Hey guys, it's Sarah. So today's video is going to be a palette bingo. This month I decided to do a palette bingo using two palettes. So I'm going to be using the Bili Beauty Eyes of India palette, one of my favorite like indie brand palettes, and my Milani Bold Obsessions palette. Milani Bold Obsessions is kind of just a neutral palette. There's a row of neutrals, warms, and cools. And then the Bili Beauty palette has some fun pops of color and then some other neutrals mixed in as well. So I have a feeling these two color stories will coordinate well together. I was wanting to do the Bili Beauty palette, but I was thinking since this one is so small, one person actually asked that I do like a multi-palette bingo or like a two-palette bingo, just because a lot of the palettes that I have are maybe not super exciting on their own, but together they might make a cool pairing. So that's what we're gonna do today. So if you've never seen a palette bingo before, I think the idea was started by Emily Noel, so I'll link her palette bingos below. Oh no, you see the candle? Okay, you gotta stay over here. Hi, Elaine. This is Elaine, she's new. She's new around here. Hello, how are you? Alright, let's stay away from the candle. So what I'm gonna do is pull up my random number generator. I use the Pretty Random app. And the way I'll number these is I'll do 1 to 10 will be the Bili palette, so 1 through 5 on the top row, 6 through 10 on the bottom row, and then the Milani palette will be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'll be going horizontally for this one as well. So let's pick some shades. I normally do 5, so I think I'll do that this time. I'll pick 5 shades. So 1 through 22. And first I got 16, so that's gonna be in the Milani palette. This shade right here, and that is the shade Slate All Day, which is like this kind of grayish taupe shade. There's that. That's a good, just kind of like either crease shade or lid shade, liner. There's a lot you could do with that. It's very, very basic, but useful. Next, I got 8, so that's gonna be in the Bili Beauty palette, and that is actually probably my favorite shade in this palette. It's the shade Mayo, and that's this really pretty blue. Fun, I love that color. Next, 22, so that's the very last shade in the Milani palette, and that's this matte black, which is called Little Black Dress. There's actually a matte black in both palettes, so hopefully we don't get both. That would be kind of crazy. But there's that. Next I got 19. If you guys see my eyes wandering in this video, it's because I have a little kitten in this room with me. This is her room for now, until we get all 3 of the cats introduced, but she's climbing all over things. It's adorable. So anyway, 19 is this shade, Smoke Signals, which is that kind of deep grayish color. So far we have a very cool toned palette going on here. Very smoky. Okay, and then our last shade is gonna be number 17. So that is another shade in the Milani palette, Suede Side to Side. So that's this kind of shimmery medium brown. Nice kind of neutral shade to anchor things together. That's actually a really pretty shimmer. Okay, well, I'm not really sure where this is gonna go, but I'm gonna start out with this shade in my crease. That's the shade Slate All Day in the Milani palette. And I'm just gonna blend that into my crease a little bit to get things started. So I'm thinking this blue needs to be on my lid in some way. Like that needs to be the star because, I mean, duh. It's so pretty. So let's just kind of pack that onto the lid. This is a shade that needs to be used wet. So I'm gonna pick some up and wet the brush. And I guess I'm just kind of packing this on the inner half of my lid for now. Next I'm going to take Smoke Signals, which is that shade, and kind of use that in my outer corner to deepen things up. I really don't like this shade a whole lot. It just kind of looks gray, whereas in the pan it looks like it's a little more interesting than the way it goes on the eyes, but that's fine. We can still use it. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit more of Slate All Day to blend out a little bit. Yeah, this Smoke Signal shade, I feel like it looks really patchy and it's almost like it wants to blend away. So I may have to add more of that in a second. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit more of Smoke Signals and try to build it up where it's looking kind of patchy right now. Alright, so the only shades left to use are the matte black and that sort of bronzy brown color. I kind of want to put a little bit of that shimmery brown like in the center of my lid to sort of brighten things up and warm things up a little bit. Had a little bit of fallout there. So I think there's enough darkness on the upper part of the lid, so I'm going to use that matte black as my lower liner, at least on the outer part. And then I think I'll take a little bit more of that shimmery brown Suede All Day on like the inner portion of my lower lash line. Alright, so I'm gonna put on some mascara and then we will pick out a lip color. Okay, so for lips, I kind of want to use this new gloss that was sent to me by Clove and Hallow. This is the shade Angelic, and it's this really pretty, just like rosy gloss. I'm thinking that would be pretty with this eye look. Let's find out. We can always change it if we don't like it. I really like that color with this eye look. I know I usually go for kind of like a nude lip whenever I have a really bold eye like this, and I think that's just because I was looking through my more colorful lipsticks and I felt like none of them would really go with this eye look, so that's why I went for this color. So this is different from anything else I think that I've had in a palette bingo before. Kind of a bummer that only one shade from the Bili Beauty palette got chosen, but if one shade is gonna get chosen from this palette, Mile is one of my favorites, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, it's a very cool smoky look with that pop of blue, really pretty. I hope you enjoyed this palette bingo. If you did, definitely make sure you subscribe. I do these videos once a month, or I try to. I'm kind of just working my way through my palette collection, so I'm not sure which palette will be next. Soon I'll be done going through my palette collection, so maybe I'll have to like start over, or we'll see. But anyway, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I hope to see you again very soon in my next video. Bye.